Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and just to be on the safe side, hello. This is LEN Live Chat, and hopefully I sound a bit better than I did last week. I just listened to the recording from last week, and I sounded like Billy Goat Gruff. So if any of you managed to actually make it all the way through, well done. I'm not sure if I could have. And I'm not sure if anybody actually listened to the end of the recording where I sang a happy birthday tune to Zeb. I was wondering if anyone would notice, and I think nobody did, perhaps just as well. So today we're going to try and catch up with what we didn't get done last week, and I really did not feel well after last Tuesday, so it did have to wait till today. But hopefully we'll manage to play catch up. Of course, today I've just got back from the dentist, so I probably sound a bit strange because half my mouth is frozen. But at least I've got my crown back in. Those of you who follow the network will know I had a wiggly crown, so it's been glued back on. It's strange having stuff glued in your mouth, but I suppose that's the word you'd use, to glue it back on or stick it back on. Let's crack on then. And we'll start with Shivam Srivastav, who said, hey, anybody here? So Shivam, hey, H-E-Y, not double Y, and a capital H. It would be more natural to just say hello, because hey is a bit sort of, hey, it's a bit near. So hello or hi, then capital A for the start of your question. Anybody here? Question mark. Forget the little dots everywhere. Okay, try to avoid writing with those if you're writing in an English learning environment. Okay, it's not a good habit to have. So Zeb replied and said, yes, but not for long. It's time to commute for me. Boop, boop. Shivam was not satisfied with that and said, okay, but where are you from? So Shivam, okay, which would be capital O, capital K, or capital O, K-A-Y, then comma, but where are you, Y-O-U, from, F-R-O-M, and then question mark. Again, get rid of those little dots. You're dotting everywhere. This is English, not Morse code. Then Shivam said, from India. So I think you meant I'm, which is I''M, from, F-R-O-M, and then India with a capital I, and again, get rid of those dots. Zeb replied, France. And you? Well, he'd already answered, Zeb. So, and Zeb also pointed out, do you always shorten your English, Shivam? You wrote from India for I'm from India. It's not so easy to read for me. Anyway, I go now. Hopefully I'll catch you later. Bye. So you'd say, not anyway, I go now. That's a little bit, I go now. Sort of, what's that little character from Star Wars? Yoda. Yoda, go now. So you'd say, got to go now, or I've got to go now, or I'll go now. Okay, or I'll have to go now. Lots of ways, but I go now is a bit too short. And Shivam also replied, India. We got that. India with a capital I. Yeah, your country is always capitalised, your nationality, your language capitalised, your name capitalised, yeah, because it's all important stuff. Priyanka popped in and said, good evening, Zeb, how are you? And Zeb had to say, I can't chat with you tonight, Priyanka. I have to log on in Kitely, a virtual world, to prepare the next quiz show with Hermina and April. See you another day. Bye. Aladdin came in and said, do you need a hand, Zeb? And Zeb said, not this time, but I'll remember your offer for next time. Thanks, Aladdin. And Aladdin went, you're welcome. Was that her welcome? Or did you mean to say you're welcome as in you are welcome? Which I think you did. Which would be Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, because it's a short form for you are welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Lion popped in and said hi. And I think they popped in later as well and said, are you here? Okay, so Lion, it's a question. So it would start with a capital A. Are you here? Question mark, because it's a question mark. Zeb popped in to say hi to Lion and said, hello, Lion. Your pseudo, which is short for pseudonym, Lion, makes think of the Senegal football team, the Lions, but you're from Algeria. So you'd say your pseudonym makes Lion, comma, makes me think of the Senegal football team, the Lions, but you're from Algeria. I wonder why you chose this name. Otherwise, I'm usually around early morning Western European time. If you can make it to be in sync with me sometimes, get in touch live. Lion came back and said, I chose these names because I like them, their courage, their pride, their outlook. So what you'd say there, Lion, is I chose, capital I, this name, as in the name I chose, this name, Lion, because I, capital I, like them. And that would be lions. I like them. Or you could say I like lions. Okay, and then you'd use a semicolon here. That's a little comma with a dot above it, semicolon. Their courage, their pride, their outlook. So, comma, their courage, comma, their pride, comma, their outlook, full stop. And then Lion asked, but what does it mean? Zeb. You could say, but what does Zeb mean? Okay. I'm not sure if Zeb actually described why. Oh, yes, yeah. Zeb said, for sure that their mane and posture give lions a special presence, but they also seem to be among the laziest animals in the savannah. Okay, so I think you meant for sure their name, for sure their mane and posture give lions a special presence, but they also seem to be among the laziest animals on the savannah. Okay, as for Zeb, it's from an Indian American name, Zebechi, which that means he who talks loud saying nothing. Excellent. Joe came in and said, I use my own name because as much as I appreciate courage or other virtues, sometimes I don't have it. So what's the point of imagining that I am as brave as a lion? We are human and thus defective. Oh, Joe, that's really sad. Joe also replied to Zeb's sort of slur on lion population being lazy. They are, by the way, especially the male lions, I'm afraid. It's the females who do most of the hunting, you know. What a life. Joe came back in and said, lions look lazy because their only function is to protect the clan and act as reproductive males, not forgetting that they also fight to keep the territory along with the females that they copulate, therefore they need to rest. Okay, so not forgetting, and that would be double T, Forgeting, that they also fight to keep the territory along with the females that they copulate with. Okay, therefore they need to rest. As to the meaning of Zebech, I think I know a few people like that. In fact, it makes me particularly remember a friend of mine. Anyway, being my friend, I accept him as he is and put up with it. That's nice. Zeb asked Joe, if you were an animal, which one would you like to be? And Joe replied, a dolphin. Zeb said, I'd like to be an octopus. That's a bit strange. Is that because they can juggle? Anyhow, I replied to Zeb about Lion's name and said, it made me think of this. And then I put a link to YouTube to a Bob Marley song. And Zeb replied, long time I hadn't listened to Bob Marley. I wouldn't say it like that, Zeb. I'd say it's been a long time since I listened to Bob Marley. Okay, it's a better way of putting it. Long time... I hadn't listened to Bob Marley for a long time, you could say, but it would be more natural to say, it's been a long time since I listened to Bob Marley. Amatsu asked Zeb a question, and she said, how do you know Lion is from Algeria? Are you a mind reader? And Zeb said, her Discuss profile says so. If you click on Lion's name, you get to read the third student in secondary, Gardea, Algeria. If you click on my name, it says, I'm not a bot. Flower Girl popped in and said, I'm from Algeria too. So Flower Girl, that would be a capital I, and then Algeria with a capital A, and a full stop at the end. Zeb replied, sorry Flower Girl, I missed your message. This happens sometimes. Do you speak more than 2 languages like many Algerians do? And I replied to say, it was stuck in moderator limbo, Zeb. Can I add you to the moderator list? And Zeb went, yes, please. So I went, okay, it's done, but have fun. Oh, sorry. I said, okay, it's done, have fun, but don't ban science, lol. And she replied, it'll not be me if it happens, but the other Zeb. Now, to explain, there's more than one Zeb. One's a Zeb on Discuss, and the other one's a Zebechi. So if you're trying to add Zeb, make sure you get the right one. I replied, I just tried using your name and ended up with this Zeb. And this is what this other Zeb says on their profile. Take it easy, peasants. It'll be release in due time. All good things are worth waiting for. Should have said, take it easy, peasants. It'll be released in due time. All good things are worth waiting for. I've no idea what they were talking about. Just as well I checked, I said, back to the drawing board. And Zeb, of course, laughed at me, Roffle. Amatsu replied to Lion and said, "Hi, Lion. Well, I am now, but I'm not here 24 hours. Okay, none of us are here 24/7. Okay, we do what we can when we can on the network." Michaela Z came along and said, "Hello, everyone. I'm Michaela from Italy. I would like to join this discussion." And Alwyn said, "Hi, Michaela. Nice to meet you." Zeb said, "Hi, Michaela. Seems like you've just done it." And Michaela said, "Yes, wonderful. I'm listening to the LEN Live Chat, which is actually an episode, and learning more about your site. I am an English teacher and am interested in websites like this, which helps people to learn." Okay, websites, plural, which help people. Yeah, a website can help people to learn. Websites help people to learn. Okay, this website, I like to think, helps people to learn. So it depends whether it's a one, singular, a specific one, or generally. I need help myself, actually, since there is never an end to learning a second language. Very true. So nice to meet you, Zeb. Next, I want to find out if we can also chat live. As you can see, yes, you can, with a limit of a little bit of time delay. Zeb replied, "Yes, this resource is great. Lynn also runs live voice sessions on different platforms. Have you had a look at the LEN event calendar yet? If you want to know more about the LE network, you can look here." And she pointed Michaela to the About Us page. Michaela replied and said, "I've just checked the calendar and I'm installing something called Second Life, so I can listen or maybe participate live to an event held tomorrow morning. Bear with me if I'm doing something wrong. Everything is new to me and I'm reading as much as I can to learn how to move around here. Thank you for answering so quickly. Very nice of you." I replied to Michaela, "Moving in a straight line is one of the first things you have to master, Michaela. I use the arrow keys on my keyboard, but some people prefer to use the WASD keys or the mouse. There is a way you can set this up in your preferences. You will have to disable single click on land moves to click to point me preferences move and view for mouse steering to work. If you need any help, just let me know." Oh, that was a mouthful. Zeb replied, "Twisted English Story in Vertlantis. I've never attended Vertlantis sessions. It would be great if you could give some feedback of your experience afterwards." Okay, Michaela unfortunately then said, "Second Life might not do for me. It requires a lot of PC resources and it made me restart my PC a couple of times. I will check if I can upgrade some background softwares." Okay, software is uncountable. You have software programs or just software. If someone would be so kind to contact me on Skype, that would be great. It is very complicated to follow the instructions about the virtual world type of meetings. A 15-minute conversation could really save me 2 hours of trying to figure out things, or trying to figure things out is better. Thank you for your replies. Enjoy your day. Zeb then said, "A few of us should be on Kitely tonight at 7:30 p.m, even though the LEN is on a spring break. Kitely is less demanding than Second Life, so if you feel like trying again, here's the how-to. As you'll probably need to install the Firestorm viewer for Kitely, here's a link where you can download it. And finally, this is the link of the LEN Kitely page, so it's all in Zeb's message. Fingers crossed the installation process is not going to discourage you. I'll keep an eye on this page if you need any help." And I also said to Michaela, "Second Life is greedy. You need a good connection and graphics card. Sometimes making sure your drivers are up to date for your graphics card can help. And some people use secondary viewers like Firestorm or Singularity. Skype and Google Hangouts are a bit kinder to your PC." Okay, Michaela then said, "I downloaded Firestorm, but I won't make it for tonight as I have to teach during that time. I have a Kitely account now. I was able to enter Second Life. My avatar name is Mikeyzam. I can move around, but I'm still learning about all the things I can do there and how to find you or someone else. I might have a couple of free hours on Monday early afternoon. I will do my best to follow your kind instructions and hopefully get everything working by then. Thank you again for your responses. Enjoy your day." Okay, Zeb then said, on Monday afternoon, LEN Beat the Monday Blues G Plus Hangout is on. It's necessary that you join the community first to be able to participate. Unfortunately, that would be great, Zeb, but as I replied to you, oops, Beat the Monday Blues bit the dust. There was no beating them. But we did meet up on Google Plus for the ESL drama session today. So again, check the calendar. Sometimes these events change time, date, etc. Rose said, hello, would like to improve my English. So, Rose, it would be more natural to say, hello, I would like to improve my English, and then full stop. And she also said, hi, Lynn, nice to meet you. I would like to improve my English. Would you help me, please? They were installed. I have no idea what they were install means. Amatsu said, hi Rose, welcome. We try to help each other here, so just explore and have fun, join in and you will soon improve. Rose replied to Amatsu, thanks a lot, you're very kind. I am very, very want to have fluent English. Okay, so you really should say there, I really want to be fluent in English. I admire people who speak very good English. And I replied, I admire people who learn English. And that's true. Mayank popped in and said, I want to improve my English through this forum. Okay, forum isn't like the number 4. It's F-O-R-U-M, okay? Zeb then said, that makes 2 of us. I'm also practicing my English on the LE network. Hi, Mayank, said Amatsu. Welcome. I'm sure you will. You've already started. And Mayank said, thanks, Amatsu Scribbler. Lion popped in again just to say bye-bye. So he said, I leave you today. We will meet soon because I brought for exams. Wish me luck. Thank you for hosting. Okay. I brought for exams. I'm not sure what I brought for exams. I think you meant to say, but I'm not certain. I'll have to leave you today. Full stop. Then capital W, we will meet soon though because I will finish my exams. It's the only reason I can think you might have more time later is if you're finishing your exams. Okay, I've said good luck with your exams, Lion, and Zeb also got a bit confused and said, do you mean that we'll not meet soon because you have to prepare for exams, Lion? Good luck with your exams. Okay, so whatever your reasoning was, Lion, I hope your exams are going well. John popped in and said, hi, anybody there? So, John, anybody is one word. Anybody, 2 words, would be like a dead body. And I hope there's no dead bodies lying around here. And then it would be a question mark, okay? Venus replied, I.M here. I think you meant I'm here, and that's always with an apostrophe, not a dot, okay? I''M here. That's great. And then a full stop. And I replied, I think John wanted an instant response, Venus. And Seb replied to Venus, hi, Venus. John also said, hello, I want to talk. So, John, capital H for hello, and then comma, I, capital I, want to talk, full stop. Amatsu said, hi, John, we can't be here all the time, so keep popping back. And Zeb said, hi, John, do you still want to talk, or was it on the spur of the moment? Rami came in and said, I need improve my language. So, Rami, capital I need to improve. We always it's I want to improve, I need to improve, I have to improve. We always have that little preposition to. So to improve my, and I presume you meant English. Okay, I need to improve my English, full stop. I replied, what do you do to improve your English at the moment, Rami? And Zeb said, me too, especially my written French. Zeb, I can't help you with that. Rami didn't come back and tell us what he already does. It's much more useful to me if you tell me what you do rather than that you want to do it. You're here. I think it's pretty obvious that you want to improve. Tell me what you already do and I'll say whether I think it's a good idea. I'll ask you whether it's working for you, etc., etc., etc. No Fun Tan came along and said, hi everyone, I'm No from Vietnam, new member. So I'm with a capital I. Everyone is one word, so it's hi everyone, comma, I'm No from Vietnam. And I'm sorry, but we actually write Vietnam as one word, capital V, I-E-T-N-A-M. Then a full stop, I'm a new member, okay? Nice to meet you. I really want to improve my English. and then you could put a comma there, and look forward to making friends with you, full stop. To making friend, no, we make friends, or we make a friend, okay? I always look forward to finding new friends. I like making a new friend from time to time, okay? Alwyn said, nice to meet you, No, welcome. And thanks, Alwyn. Amatsu said, hi, No, it's nice to meet you too. And Zeb said, nice to meet you, No. Okay, No didn't come back, so not the way to make friends, okay? Sammy said, hi, im new the. Okay, so Sammy, capital H for hi, and then comma, and then I'm, capital I apostrophe M, new here, Here. Zeb said, hi Sammy, I've been around for some time. It's a bit like home for me now. And I said, hi Sammy, are you new there or here? Okay, so what you would say is, I'm new here. Not I'm new there, because there is where you are, and here is where I am. And at that time, you were here in live chat when you were typing. So you were new here in live chat. Right now, if you're listening to this, you're listening to it there, wherever you live. I replied also, I actually started a message for once, and I wrote, LEN Live Chat will be a bit later from now on. I need more lions, basically. So Monday morning's the only time I'll be up early. LEN Live Chat will be on later. Okay, so I hope it's not too much of an inconvenience. I also want to spread out some of the sessions a bit more during different parts of the day, different times of day, to give more people a chance to join us, okay? Aladdin replied, Roger that. Over and out, Captain. And Zeb said, I think it should be Roger Wilco. Aladdin said, and what does that mean? So you wouldn't say, what is that mean? You'd say, what does that mean? What does it mean? And Zeb replied, received, will comply. Aladdin said, thanks for subtitles, Zeb. So you'd say, thanks for the explanation, Zeb. It's not a subtitle, it's not a video. And I wrote, over and out, lol. And Zeb wrote, Roger. We do like to be silly on live chat. So, yeah, it's fun. English is meant to be fun. Communicating is meant to be fun. And you don't always have to be serious, guys, okay? Some people have said, well, I'm a bit too unserious. Whatever. Arwin then came and said, are you interested by some joke today? The first day of April is famous about joke. Okay, so, Arwin, you'd say, have you been interested by some jokes today? Or have you noticed any jokes today? Then the first day of April is famous for jokes. And I asked, did you get caught out by anything, Alwind? The Sun ran a story complete with photos of a fracking rig in the gardens of Buckingham Palace. And by the way, fracking is not swearing. Fracking is a process of extracting gas from shale. It should be a swear word, because I personally think it's a terrible idea to break up the earth just to suck out a bit more gas of a poor thing. Oh, don't we do enough to the poor earth? We don't need to frack her as well. Anyhow, Zeb said, I'm listening, Arwind, but Arwind didn't come back. Maybe came back later. Let's see. Suresh Kumar came along and said, hi, friends, I'm Suresh. So, Suresh, hi, capital H. Friends was perfect. And then a comma. And then I'm, not I dot M. Capital I, apostrophe M. And then Suresh, which is your name with a capital S. And then a full stop, okay? Hi, Suresh, said Zeb. Edouard came along and said, hi, Edouard, by the way. I've got a question. In the network site, what's the difference between events and calendar? When I click on either, I'm taken to the same calendar, but the URLs are slightly different. Oh, okay, I don't know about that. The same calendar, but the URLs are slightly different. Shouldn't be. Oh, no, I know what's happened. Yes. Okay, so Zeb explains it. Hi, Edouard. Yes, two links, Learn English Events and Learn English Calendar, lead to the same page, the calendar of events run by the network. As for the URL behind these two links, only the suffix part, starting with st hash, is different. This bit is usually added to a URL by the Share This plugin to allow people to share posts or pages on other social websites. Exactly. Hello, Edouard, said Aladdin. Welcome back. I can't find what you're talking about. I see only calendar. Calendar, C-A-L-A-N-D-E-R, Aladdin. Never mind, Aladdin, said Zed. I think it's a moot point. Very good. Okay, Zeb, said Aladdin. I have another confused question. What is the difference between calendar event, to-do list and habit list? Okay. It's not a confused question. I have another question, or I'm still confused and have a question. What is the difference between a calendar event, a to-do list, and a habit list? And I wrote very, very helpfully, don't forget the bucket list. Zeb then said, methinks that there is something here for a quiz question. And I replied, methinks you could be right. I love the way you incorporate stuff from the network into your questions. Sort of, let's see who's paying attention. Now, I did actually answer Aladdin's question, and that was in Kitely in the session, so I hope you don't think I was rude not answering Aladdin's question. But Zeb had a go too. Anyhow, she replied to me, I hardly know any other way to make up questions that wouldn't sound like University Challenge. Do, 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 do. The network is full of interesting stuff. Big smiley. I agree. And then Zeb then said, I have the feeling that you're trying to make a fool of myself, Aladdin. Anyway, I'll give it a go. So you wouldn't make a fool of myself unless it was you that was doing it. As it's Aladdin who's trying to do it, you'd say, I have the feeling that you're trying to make a fool of me. Okay. My to-do list is a list of tasks that I want to be done at some point, but they are not all necessarily planned and scheduled in a calendar. My calendar of events contains a few tasks from my to-do list, but also, for example, a reminder of Thursday's Kitely LE session, which is not in my to-do list. I don't consider this event mandatory, but I like to be reminded about it for not to miss it. But I like to be reminded about it so I don't miss it. A habit list, never heard of that term before, but everything that is part of my routine, like going to the pub on Friday at beer o'clock, is neither in my to-do list or in my calendar. Did I answer your question, Aladdin? So, yeah, I'd never heard of a habit list either, Zeb, so I think it's something Aladdin has. It's special to you, Aladdin. It's your list. Zeb then said, I know that, Zeb, but I can't understand which one is a part of the other one. For example, LE session Kitely, work out of gym, learning English, running, post a new topic on the forum, etc. Which one for calendar and which one for to-do list? Okay. Okay. Work out. Oh, I see. You mean, what do you add to which list? So I know that Zeb with a capital X, but I can't understand which one is a part of the other. Okay. For example, an LE session in Kitely, a workout at the gym, learning English, that would be a small L for learning English, running, posting a new topic on the forum, etc. Which one for which calendar? Which one goes on the calendar and which one goes on the to-do list? Well, it depends which one you're going to do. And sometimes they're not mutually exclusive. You can put some of them in both. Okay? So Zeb then tried to reply, if it were my activities and tasks, Aladdin, I'd dispatch them as follows. The weekly LE Kitely session and gym session have an entry in my calendar because these two events happen at a specific date and time during the week. I say weekly, there's no E at the end, it's just WEEKLY. Then she carries on. If I have a busy day that day, the calendar will go beep a couple of hours before these events happen. So it should say before these events happen. It's these events happen, or before an event happens. Okay. This reminder will help me to organise myself to make it, or maybe not. And before or, you need a comma. Learning English and running are part of my routine. I do it regularly and I don't need to be reminded about them. They're not in my calendar or a to-do list. They've become an automatism. So you'd say they've become automatic. And then comma, like brushing my teeth in the morning. But if I forget to brush my teeth one day, it's no big deal. As for posting a new topic on the forum, I'd add it to my to-do list, probably on a E sticker on my computer. Now, because it's an E sticker with an E sound, you put an, A-N, not a E sticker, an E sticker. Every time I switch on my computer, the information is uploaded in my mind. It reminds me that it would be great to create a new discussion on the forum. But if I absolutely Want to do it? Say once a week. I'll give it a deadline, a time limit for this activity that I'll add to my calendar. So absolutely, you need an E in the end, okay? ABSOLUTELY. What do you think? Said Zeb. I think he's still working it out, Zeb. Zeb then started a topic. Hello there. I'm looking for topics to ask questions about for quiz shows. So far, topics have included animals, science, geography, history, food, numbers and monsters. Nobody has ever tried the monster questions, though. Anyway, has any of you got an idea of what other topics I could use? So not has any of you, have. It's always have you. Have any of you got an idea of what other topics I could use? I need a bit more variety. Or maybe you have questions that could be fun for a quiz. Any input would be great. So I replied and said entertainment would be a good section, music, literature, famous people. There's also a general knowledge round in a lot of quiz shows. I will keep thinking. Aladdin replied and said, I've been thinking of adding a topic on computer games or maybe films made after computer games. Do you mean maybe films made from computer games or based on computer games, maybe? Do you think you could help me on this? Yeah, sure, Aladdin. Start a thread. Dania then came along, and if anybody's got any ideas for quizzes, quiz questions, etc., do come and tell us, either on the forum or in Discuss. Either would be good, because as April said on the weekend, organising these quizzes, etc., can take a lot of time, and it's good fun, but help is appreciated. So Dania AJ or Arja, I'm not sure, or Dania, said, hi, everybody. So, hi, capital H, and everybody, one word, EVERYBODY. I replied, hello, Dania. Zeb said, hello, Dania. Is Diana? Oh, no, Zeb said, hello, Diana. Is Diana just fine, or I have to say Diana Arja, or AJ? I replied, I think it's Dania, not Diana. And Zeb went, same player, play again. Hello, Dania. Nice to meet you. Rainy Arizpa? Oh dear, I have no idea. Came and said hello. So capital H, beginning of a sentence, yeah, and then a full stop if you want to end it. I replied, hi. And Zeb was obviously practicing her Spanish. And hola, what are you dreaming of? I'm not sure where the dreaming of came up, or was it just something random, Zeb? I replied, I can't remember what I dreamt last night, and it's true. I think it's all those drugs I was taking to fight the flu. Just knocked me out. Zeb then said, just before waking up, I was meeting Rubens in the flesh in Sao Paulo. Fantastic, Zeb. Oh, dear, what a great... I wouldn't want to wake up. Then Elvis came along. Hi, Elvis. Elvis Carrion, though, not Elvis Presley. Oh. And then said, hello, everybody. I want to talk to someone to improve my English. So English capital E, Elvis. I prefer to talk to an American. Thank you. I replied, said, I'll keep quiet then. And Zeb replied, this kicks me out of the game. Never mind. So, hey, don't be fussy. Any Americans out there? Come, talk. Yeah, it's great. You're all welcome. I know my lovely British accent might put you off, but don't be shy. I then posted a topic and said, don't forget, April will be running a quiz on Kitely today. Brush up on your general knowledge. Check the calendar in the forum for more information. And Zeb replied, I'm in. And also said, not just me, Fernando and Alec joined in too. April, you'll have to make your questions more challenging. Otherwise, you'll always end up with a tie break. Oh, but tie breaks are fun. Tie breaks are they create tension, don't they? Zeb started a very interesting topic. Who eats bugs? Okay. In Mexico, she carried on, eating chapulines is common practice. Chapulines or chapulines? I'm not sure. They are fried grasshoppers seasoned with lime, chilli and salt. Ooh, I've just read. The crispy bugs are not half bad with a beer. It's tempting, isn't it? Nice tag question there. I replied, do prawns count? And Zeb said, it does in my book. Now, I said, do prawns count, not does a prawn count? So you'd reply to, do prawns count? They do in my book. Does a prawn count? It does in my book. I don't think they really do. But to me, they are the insects of the sea, the insects of the oceans. They've got more than one leg. They've got more than two legs. They've got more than four legs. They must be insects. Amatsu had a very good point and said, I suppose it depends on how much beer, Zeb. Zeb then said, I think I'd prefer mezcal to beer to enjoy my tacos of chapulines. I can't imagine eating a cricket. I really can't. But as crickets turn into locusts, I suppose it's only revenge. Ahmed Shuvo came along and said, hi, I want to learn spoken English very well. Okay, just I want to learn English. I mean, we presume you don't want to learn it badly, so... Zeb then said, then you should join us in today's quiz. Very true. Zeb then decided she'd been a bit obscure there for somebody who's new in the discuss sessions. My previous message, she said, might have sounded weird, Ahmed, but we learners meet up live sometimes. Okay, so what you'd say there, Zeb, is my previous message might have sounded weird. It might have done that. It might have sounded weird. But we learners meet up live sometimes. Today was for a quiz show. I took the first place and Alec went second. Okay, and Alec was second. If he went second, it means he went second in the quiz. He was second, it means he came second in the quiz. Okay. Actually, we were lucky. Fernando had to leave us for entertaining some friends who were visiting him. Okay, you say there, actually, we were lucky. Fernando had to leave us to entertain some friends who were visiting him. April was running the quiz today. How does it sound like to you for practicing your spoken English? You'd say, what does it sound like to you? Or how does it sound to you? Okay. And then, last but not least, Sandun Hapurachi came along. And said, hi friends, I like to improve my spoken English knowledge. Please help me. This is my Skype name. Add me. Okay, so hi with a capital H, friends, hi friends, and then full stop. I would like to improve my spoken English. So capital I and then would, W-O-U-L-D, like to improve my spoken English. And that's enough. Knowledge, yeah, there's no knowledge involved, you just do it. Full stop. Please, P-L-E-A-S-E, and that's with a capital P, help me. Full stop. This is my Skype name, and then gives Skype ID. Hi Sandon, said Zeb. Your message sounds like an emergency call. It makes me think of this short video. Just put a link to a video. Are you in the same situation as this little boy? Tot came along. Hi Tot, lovely to see you. And said, hi Sandon and Zeb. The police officer is very patient and must be a good father. Okay, so you'd say the police officer is very patient. He shows a lot of patience. And he is patient, P-A-T-I-E-N-T, and must be a good father. I agree. I can't say, Tot said. I can't say, Tot, said Zeb. As a parent, you sometimes lose patience with your own kids while you can stay cool with the other kids. Okay, that's very true. Not the other kids, but other kids in general. So while you can stay cool with other kids. Would you say that the mother is a bad mum? And Tot said, oh, you are right. We might be happy to play with our friends' kids. So I should thanks for my parents glow me up with patience. Ooh, okay, let's have a look. Oh, you are right. So, exclamation mark, and then capital Y, because an exclamation mark shows the end of a sentence. You're right. We might be happier playing with our friends' kids. And then you'd say, so, comma, I should thank my parents who raised me with patience. Okay, you grow up, but they raise you. Okay, so not glow. That's something that a glowworm does. It glows, or a light bulb glows. Grow with an R, G-R-O-W. And Zeb had a little bit of play with that word glow and said, your parents were glowing with patience? It makes them sound like angels. You know those people with a halo around their head? Were you such a little devil as a kid, Tot? And Tot said, absolutely not. On the other hand, I think I'm too quiet. I cough all the time when I was young. My mum needed to take me to see a doctor regularly. Okay, so you're talking about when you were young or younger, and you're older now, so it's in the past. So you'd say, I coughed all the time when I was young. My mum needed to take me to see a doctor regularly. Oh, I hope she doesn't have to do that anymore. I hope you don't. I hope you grew out of your cough. Then Tot carried on. This made my sister jealous, and though they were ignore her. Okay, so you'd say this made my sister jealous as though they were ignoring her. Ha ha. Ooh, sibling rivalry. Okay. We all go through it. Anybody who's got brothers or sisters, siblings, we all know about sibling rivalry, trying to get your parents' attention. Zeb then said, too quiet, like the calm before the storm? And Tot said, yeah, or a heavy rains came afterwards, means crying. So you'd say, yeah, or heavy rains came afterwards. It means crying in brackets, that's fine. And after the rain, what happens? Asked Zeb. So I think we're still talking about the past, Zeb. So you'd say, and after the rain, what would happen? And Tot replied, oh, my mum would give me a tough lesson and stop the rain very fast. It would make me cry more. Any tough lessons just make me cry. I was a crybaby when I was younger. Zeb then said, but you said she was patient, not with your weeping? And Tot said, right, that was a different way of patient. So you'd say that was a different kind of patience. Okay, to be patient, to show patience. Anyway, being a parent is a great challenge. Okay, so you could either say, anyway, being parents is a great challenge, or being a parent is a great challenge. I think it's one of the biggest challenges ever. And parents are so, I don't know, undervalued, I think, is the word I would use. So one of the most difficult jobs in the world. Strangely enough, said Zeb, it's not something I've been looking forward, even though I think I like challenges. So, it's not something I've been looking forward to. You always have to look forward to something. I think everybody who is in the phrasal verb session on Kitely should recognise that one. Even though I think I like challenges. Yeah, there's some challenges that last a little bit too long. 20, 30 years commitment is more than a challenge, isn't it? Tot then said, great, I can see you like challenges, just like you join the Kitely quiz. Great, I can see you like challenges, just like you join the Kitely quiz, or just like you take part in the Kitely quiz, or is it Zeb, just like you run the Kitely quiz? And Zeb said, actually, the most difficult with the quiz for me is to run it. Okay, so you'd say, Zeb, actually, and then a comma, the most difficult thing about the quiz for me is to run it. And then you asked, would you like to join us sometimes? Okay, rather than sometimes, that's what you'd use to say, sometimes I run a quiz on Kitely. You would say, would you like to join us sometime? Okay? Actually, said Tot, I don't know how to join, so capital I, Tot. And our time zone is different, but glad to see you all enjoy it. Okay, we do. And I took part in Zeb's one, actually. It was great fun. I do recommend it, honestly. And I've still got to take part in one of April's, but I'm sure I will get round to it. Then Zeb said, right, it's quite tough to work around different time zones. Anyway, as we seem to be able to be online at the same time to chat or discuss, when you feel like using your English voice, just tell me. Got to go now. I'm following a course on team working in a global organisation. I'm running late, but never mind, as I was told yesterday that French people were polychronic. Bye. And I had to respond to this a little while ago, and I said, better than just being chronic. Okay, so I did reply yesterday. I did put in a message yesterday to say I didn't manage a second recording at the weekend because hubby came down with the flu too. We will play catch up on live chat tomorrow, which of course is today now. I might be a bit late as I have a dental appointment, so be patient. And Zeb said, no problem. I'll grumble if I have to wait for too long, but you'll not hear it. And I replied, lol, I'm back, half a frozen mouth, so the recording should be interesting again. Last week I sounded like Billy Goat Gruff. And on that note, we will end, and we managed to catch up and get last week's in, so that's great. It kind of worked out quite well. Thank you for listening. And there's no song following this week's recording. You'll be glad to know. So get out there, practice your English, come and join us in a session or find sessions on Hangouts, on Skype, on all these different social networking sites where people are willing to talk to you and not just talk at you. And hopefully, yeah, you'll get to practice your English. And we all know practice makes perfect, don't we? Take care and be nice, be kind. And if you can't be good, don't get caught. Bye.